can you explain why, if there's no gerrymandering, then why our constituency borders, the shape of our constituencies, some of them are very odd shape. Even he agrees, the minister agrees, that it is better to have a more compact shape, because the residents in the same areas should have a better environment to mix with one another. And of course, from an economics perspective, to maintain a constituency that's more compact, it is far more economical. Far more economical. So why are some of our constituency so odd-shaped? The minister also mentioned that the result of our constituency, the results of our the constituency is, or the shape, the current area of our constituency may be due to the urban planning that we have been doing. Yes, if that is the case, like what my colleague and other speakers have pointed out just now, why then one HDB flat, one HDB town is subdivided among so many constituencies? We would expect that if the urban planning is being done properly, then one HDB town will more or less be inside one constituency. If there's no gerrymandering, then why so many Singaporeans, although they have lived in the same place all his life, but he have experienced more than 2 times changing of constituencies? Why is that so? And fourth, what explains then the disappearing of the SMCs, who have done, whereby the oppositions have done fairly well in an election? And lastly, if there's no gerrymandering and no other political intentions, then whenever that there's a huge increase in population in one place, leading to a decline in the weightage of one vote.
I am not the EBRC. Today we are here to talk about the process and whether the process are right. We are not here to debate the decisions or recommendations of EBRC. And I'm certainly not EBRC. If you are trying to get me to explain on behalf of EBRC, then I think you are trying to get me to say that I have some influence, direction, or control over EBRC. Unfortunately, to disappoint you, I am not EBRC. Today, the motion is about the process and whether the process should stay apolitical to be run by the public service officers, or do we want to go back in time and, like in other countries, where our process goes into a horse trading between different political parties? And even if we do that, what about new political parties that are formed? Everyone will have a view on what they should and should not do, how the EBRC should or should not move or change the boundary. So that's my first point. My second point, as I've explained very carefully to Ms. Hazel's suggestions, if we adopt and do exactly what you all have recommended, we should expect even more and more drastic boundary changes. You can work it out mathematically, and I'm sure Ms. Hazel will agree. Number 3, you mentioned and you cited some examples of some people having to shift constituency although they stay in the same house. And that will always happen regardless of which system, because when boundaries change, there will be some. The question is how many, how much. And by your recommendations and your system, you will be much more and many more.